Hi there, this is Dr. Michael Lam.
And this is Dr. Carrie Lam. Today we're going to be talking about the top 4 benefits of elderberry. Elderberries contain an impressive array of vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients like vitamin A, B6, and C, and also potassium and iron. They contain flavonoids, which are powerful antioxidants, as well as quercetin, anthocyanins, camphorol, and phenolic acids. This nutrient and antioxidant combination is what provides the health benefits of the elderberry and the remedies you can make from it. We're going to talk about some of the benefits. So, Dr. Lamb, how does elderberry boost the immune system?
Well, you already know that vitamin C is almost like the go-to vitamin when it comes to strengthening the immune system and fighting off infections, colds, and the flu. But you may not know that vitamin B6 is also an immune-boosting vitamin. It supports many immune-boosting systems. Elderberry, as Dr. Kerry mentioned, also stimulate the immune system. You can use elderberry syrup, extracts, or supplements during cold and flu season, or when you're about to take a long flight, to boost your immune system and help prevent infection. But if you miss the opportunity to use elderberry for prevention of cold, it can be used to help relieve symptoms as well. Okay, tell us about a study on this.
So, yeah, there was a study of 60 adults who actually took 15 mLs of elderberry syrup 4 times a day, and that helped their symptoms clear up 4 days earlier on average than a group that took a placebo. This was just for, a regular cold. And for flu and colds, this immune stimulating property of elderberries can help stave off remedy or other infections like sinus infections. But you have to be careful if you have an autoimmune condition, as it can stimulate your immune system and even aggravate your condition a little further. So always be careful and ask your doctor or your healthcare provider before starting something like elderberry.
Yeah, elderberry uh, generate the release of cytokines. And cytokines are very important anti-inflammatory compounds. However, if you release too much cytokine, it becomes inflammatory in itself and is called a cytokine storm. So if you are experiencing cytokine storms through other reasons, like a virus such as the coronavirus that can stimulate cytokine storm in the later stages. So you have to stop using elderberry when it gets to that point. For prevention is wonderful, but you have to know when to stop, because if you don't stop, the elderberry can actually make the storm worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the elderberry's effects on the immune system. The second effect that it has is that it lowers blood sugar levels. Studies have found that elderberry extracts aid with glycogenesis, which is the process that takes glucose from the blood and transports it into muscles and liver tissue without the need for extra insulin, which is really good news for someone who has high blood sugar. And having these high blood sugars over long periods of time, we know can risk the damage of your kidneys, your eyes, your nerves, cardiovascular system, and also affect your hormonal imbalance and fertility. So you should definitely keep in mind of how elderberry can lower the blood sugar, but always, like I said, consult your doctor if you have diabetes or you're on any diabetes medication. And it's also important to note that these extracts in the study were alcohol based, so they weren't really sugary syrups. And if you're interested in using elderberry for this purpose, it might be best to buy a commercial preparation without having added sweeteners.
And this is so critical because most people with adrenal fatigue are weak and subject to a preponderance frequency of infections. So you want to protect the body, yet at the same time you don't want to weaken the metabolic system. So the combination of how to deliver, when to deliver, how long to take the elderberry becomes an art, and it varies depends on the person. We have many people who take it for immune boosting, but yet at the same time, it's not necessarily something you take every day for the rest of your life.
Right. And sometimes people with adrenal fatigue have very erratic blood sugar levels, that they feel that their sugars are going low and they get kind of shaky. So you don't want to have this type of remedy that can impact blood sugar too much if you have, adrenal fatigue and that reactive hypoglycemic symptoms.
Yeah, so that's why people, if you have adrenal fatigue, if you are on elderberry, you should avoid food that's high in sugar to avoid that roller coaster type effect. Huh?
So our third benefit of elderberry is that it has a high antioxidant content. Elderberries are so rich in vitamin C and flavonoids, both of which are potent antioxidants. So 1 cup of elderberries has about 52 milligrams of vitamin C. And this antioxidant can help to reduce and neutralize free radicals and oxidative stress in your body. And this can basically help also reduce your risk of getting other kind of chronic conditions like aging or neurodegenerative diseases or cancer. So chronic stress and adrenal fatigue can also be caused by oxidative stress. And so most people with adrenal fatigue have high levels of oxidative stress and damage. So it's one way to help reduce the load is to take antioxidants like elderberry. But another way is vitamin C, right, Dr. Lam?
Yeah, but both of these compounds has a caveat to it. Because they are antioxidant, they boost the immune system. Sometimes they can be akin to uh, putting the adrenals on overdrive in a body that is super sensitive. And we see that generally in weaker bodies or adrenal system that are compromised or very marginal. So if you are in the latest stages of adrenal fatigue, both of these items has to be done very carefully. It's not just going out and just gobble it up, so to say. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so elderberry also has anti-inflammatory properties. You did talk about the cytokines previously already. Closely linked to their antioxidant activity, elderberries are anti-inflammatory because of their anthocyanins. Chronic inflammation is one of the root causes of most chronic health conditions, and it's a big stressor to the body. And inflammation is one of the top issues that you must tackle if you're having any type of medical or health issues. And to reduce or eliminate chronic inflammation, you have to change your diet, your lifestyle, because sometimes even these natural remedies that have anti-inflammatory are not going to be enough, right? But it can help. So elderberries is one of those natural remedies that you can use to help fight inflammation.
Yeah, and if you are in one of those kind of a weak state, oftentimes we use a rotational program where, in addition to elderberry vitamin C, we basically use other compounds to make sure that your body have a smooth and a steady delivery of these wonderful properties, but not skewing the liver or the extracellular matrix so they become excessively burdened from the excessive metabolites.
Yeah. So that's great, and I hope you have learned a lot about elderberry. Have you ever used elderberry? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit our notification button so you can stay up to date on our videos. We hope to empower you on your health journey today.